Hello, my friends, and welcome back. On today's video, well, it's a little different. I'm not in my usual kitchen. I'm actually at my younger sister's house, spending some quality time with the family. We got some family coming over, and we are going to spend the day together by the pool, making some chicharrones, which is fried pork. Delicious, my friends. I thought I'll bring you guys along so you guys can get a taste of what it's like to hang out with my family. So I sure hope you enjoy this a little video. Walking in, we're always greeted by Champ and Koki. Champ is a little older. He was having such a tough day today. Poor thing. He was just laying there and won't want to get up. So we are gonna just let him be. Now, let me tell you guys something. When we get together, everyone brings a dish. And this is what makes these gatherings so special. Not only do we get time to spend with each other, but we also get to just taste all these delicious foods. My sister is preparing some delicious red beans. And when I tell you they're delicious, my friends, they are delicious. Now, what do you think this is for? Yes, of course, we need some cold refreshments. And my sister does her sofrito as well. We have the beans, we got the rice. Because when I tell you, I've said this before, my friends, my videos are pre-recorded. These beans were amazing. Now she's going to be adding some delicious flavors such as smoked ham. This is going to give these beans such a delicious flavor. But she's going to also be adding something that maybe not much people will actually like this, but it is very typical in our Puerto Ricans red beans, which is, I'm going to say this. Let me show you guys. Pig feet. Don't judge, my friends. It's delicious. Now look at this beauty. And here we have Champ still chilling out. And Coqui like the frog, like el Coqui de Puerto Rico. He is such a cutie. So I brought some stuff from the house because I'm going to be preparing I'm going to be using actually some Ritz cracker. I'm going to also be using some guava paste. And you can find this in the groceries. I actually picked this up at Publix. And I'm going to be using that with some cheese. I'm going to be using regular cheddar, and I'm going to also be using that spicy cheese as well. But I'm going to be also adding some olives. And this is very typical in our family, or I want to say in our Puerto Rican culture. And I remember growing up, anytime there were some such of activities, we always had this dish out. We're not too fond of olives, but I tell you what, this is that one time when I can actually maybe have one or two with the guava paste. Such delicious flavor. Now, my sister, I love it. She has a beautiful kitchen, and she has, of course, just like me, which is, I like this. It's sort of like being in my kitchen, although I still don't know where she has all her stuff. I love it because she has the beautiful dishes, and I'm able to prepare these delicious crackers and display them in her beautiful dishes. You will be needing some toothpicks. Now, this is the guava paste that I was talking about, and you can get this anywhere. There's many brands. It really doesn't matter if you ask me. Now, the olives, of course, they have to be seedless. And I'm going to be using some cheese because I'm going to be doing a charcuterie board as well. So I'm going to just put some of these aside for the charcuterie board, and I'm going to be using some for the crackers with the guava paste. Just follow along. This is, again, very typical and it's delicious. And if you ask me, it's something quick. So it will be nice to have these staples in your pantry. For those, of course, a surprise visit. I am going to have me a refreshment and I am going to start my assembly line. So follow along. Now, let me show you how easy this is. Grab your cracker, you grab your favorite cheese and your guava paste, and you grab that olive and put it with a toothpick so it stays together. Now, what I did is I did a few with olives and without olives. And of course, I use 2 types of cheeses. So whatever you fancy, my friends. Now, let me give you a heads up, okay? The paste is very sticky, so it can be a little annoying trying to cut the guava paste in these nice square little pieces. It doesn't have to be perfect. Once it fits on your cracker, you are good to go. You want to go ahead and do those thick? Go ahead and cut them thick. You want to do them thinner? Absolutely. Here is a sneak peek. Look at these delicious red beans. It has a little bit of everything. The flavors, my friends, the flavors, just delicious. And of course, our white rice. We love that white rice with red beans, my friends. That is a must in our kitchen. Now I am preparing a charcuterie board. And you know what? This is simple. We're going to have some salami with 3 types of cheeses. And I'm going to be adding some grapes and some almonds. That's it. We have plenty of food. And one thing I always want to be careful is sometimes, at least I do this, I go all out preparing appetizer. And then we have this meal, whether it's a lunch preparing or whether it's dinner you're preparing, and then you have your guests eating all these delicious appetizers. And you know what? By the time it's time to sit down and eat, no one is hungry. And let me tell you, that makes me mad. So This is a big crowd, so I am making sure that we have enough appetizers. And trust me, in our family, there's always a leftovers. That is just to us very important. Nobody goes home hungry. Now look how beautiful, my friends, this actually came out. So we're gonna go ahead and just start putting some of these stuff outside. But I wanted to show you, we have some of our family members out here already. They're here actually in this nice shaded, beautiful area. We have my uncles, I got cousins, I have an aunt, and my sister had some issues with her pool pump. So here is Hector fixing the pool pump. Now let me show you some of the other goodies we got here. We got some cake, and again, everybody brings something. Now this pasta salad was delicious. My cousin prepared this. This is almost ready. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna just start setting things up outside. And yes, we still have flies out, my friends. It's still summer here in South Florida. So we wanna make sure everything is nicely covered. Don't know about you guys, but I hate flies. I mean, with a passion. But since this is an outdoor event, we want to bring everything out. Kids are going to be in the pool. Family's going to be in the pool. And we just want to make sure everything stays out here. Now let me introduce you guys to my uncle Titi. Titi is going to be preparing these delicious chicharrones, which is actually fried pork. My dear, this is delicious, okay? Now he is going to brine the pork with salt. It's going to be so delicious. So you know what? They had to improvise. As usual, this is what we do, my friends, in a Puerto Rican household. Now, this is funny, my friends. He has to brine the pork with salt. But we have my cousin here who she has been eyeing my uncle. And she's like, you know what? You might as well just put the whole bottle of salt in the water with the pork. But this is key. And yes, we had some more issues trying to get the little outdoor stove on so we can start cooking the pork. And of course, Hector to the rescue. We are now cooking with gas. We're now in business. Now my uncle is using a big caldero, okay? And caldero, this is our classic Dutch oven, okay? This will last you 100 years. I'm not lying. So he is just gonna pretty much let this pork cook in its own grease. So all the belly fat is gonna melt. And then we are gonna fry it, my friends. Yes, we're gonna fry this. This is so delicious and a treat, especially with a cold beer. Now here's my cousin and uncle doing a transition here because the pork is ready to be fried. And yes, the sous chef and chef are not getting along. You gotta love these two. And trust me, I cannot repeat what they are saying to each other. And this gesture, my friend, is the "Ay, Dios mío, ayúdame." And the sous chef is taking a refreshment break. Cheers. Now look how nice. Now we are gonna fry these chicharrones. And this is such an easy recipe. All you have to do is brine your pork with salt and water, of course. And let me tell you. And then you're just gonna cook them. And you're gonna let all that fat just melt away. And then you're just gonna fry it just for a few minutes. It's not even long. I think the longest process is just making sure they're nicely salted. So you're gonna let them brine for a while. And look how pretty this is looking. Delicious. And this with a cold beer, my friends. This is very classic here. We love it. And this is pretty much almost done. And this is what we want. We want them to be nice and crispy. Now look how beautiful this looks, my friends. Fat and all. Delicious, okay? Don't judge me. And of course, we are gonna pass this around because of course everybody has been waiting to taste the chicharrones. My friends, this was such a beautiful day here at my sister's with all this delicious food and of course a great company. My friends, I sure hope you have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell so you guys don't miss out on videos. And I will see you guys next time. Cheers, my friends. Bye-bye.